Hey everyone, Faiza here, and thank you for joining me again. Today, Delabouche presents Mama Chen, an idea created during lockdown. We catch up with my beautiful friend Michelle, who's the owner of this authentic Chinese dumpling company. Inspired by her grandma Chen, watch and listen as we share this story with you all.
Okay, welcome to the Delabouche show! Today we've got Mama Chen in the building! Woo! Hey! We've got Michelle in the building. So, Michelle, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on the show. So, we're going to start off with who you are.
Well, my name is Michelle, and I am the proud owner of Mama Chen's dumplings. Mm-hmm. So during lockdown, I basically started cooking a lot from home, and I'm sure
you love to cook as well, right?
I
love your food.
Thank you. Thank you. And so I started cooking a lot more than usual, and I've just started posting it for fun.
Yeah. And
a lot of people from my friends, as well as people who, you know, I haven't spoken to in years, have decided to message me and ask me for recipes.
Yeah.
And I made a few dumplings, and that went crazy, and everyone wanted to know how to make dumplings. I mean, for myself, I love going to Chinatown and having dim sum and dumplings. It's kind of used to be my weekly ritual. Sunday dim sum is the best thing. If you guys haven't done it, please do go to Chinatown and support their dumpling and their dim sum as well. So yeah, during lockdown, that's the thing I missed the most, and I decided to just make the recipe I've been taught since a child from my parents and from my nan. Yeah, and they've just been really delicious, and I thought maybe other people would like to enjoy it too.
Of course. Obviously, we had this conversation. Michelle's one of my dearest friends, and every time she posts any sort of food, I want to eat it. And obviously you had a big response, didn't you, before you even started doing your business?
Yeah.
Everyone just wanted the recipe, or they even just wanted to have some sort of
it was
inkling of how to make what you're making.
Yeah,
so,
it really wasn't planned. I didn't plan to start a dumpling business at all. It's just purely from people's feedback, and it felt like it's something that people want and people need. And what I wanted to give out is, I know you can buy certain dumplings from places like Marks and Spencer's, but they're just not the taste that I've grown up with and I love. And I want to be able to share what I eat at home with the world.
So exactly. So from that, we're going to stem on to the next question, which is, obviously you make dumplings, but what is it where did you start? Like, you know, obviously I know the story, but tell the viewers, tell the listeners, what is it? Obviously your grandma.
Yes.
This is how you...
I mean, first of all, I'm Chinese, so food is in the Chinese culture a huge, huge part. Any gatherings, any parties, you'll always have a full spread of food. And dumplings, I think one of my first memories is my grandma or my pawpaw.
Pawpaw, yeah. Oh wait, I need to pronounce it properly. So it's pawpaw. Pawpaw, okay.
Yeah, that's great. So she kind of showed me how to make and roll out the dumpling wrappers, and she would buy the meat and you know, mince the meat with a cleaver at the time. You don't have a
back in the day.
Back in the day, yeah. And then how to mix it together, how to flavour it, how to wrap it. And that was a lot of fun as a child. And also, you know, as an adult, it kind of, every time I do fold these dumplings, I think about my pawpaw or my grandma. And it just brings back so much good memories and so much warmth.
It's just something from your heart, isn't it? You've been brought up like that.
Yeah.
And is this where you got the idea from, that you thought?
Yeah, so it started obviously from my nan, but then it's like a thing where you would do at least once a month. So we would my parents would again prepare all the filling, and you know, as kids we would run around, and you know, and our parents would be like, okay, sit down now, and it could be kind of like a production line, you know. My mum would make the wrappers, my dad would get the filling ready, and then we would do all our little dumpling shapes, and we would have competitions to
Oh,
see who
okay.
made the best. You know, my siblings would be like, oh, mine's the best and mine's the best. And then we would
I
line
want
it
to
up.
say you were the best, not biased at
And then we would eat some of them for the
Mhm.
day, and then the others would go straight into the freezer, and that would last up to 1 to 2 months. And then, you know, after school, and I got to a point where I could make dumplings for my younger siblings, and that's what we did all the time, and that's part of us.
Because you actually, with Mama Chen's, you obviously provide the dumplings frozen, right? So
Yes.
what's the reasoning behind having it frozen rather than serving it fresh, delivering it fresh?
Yes. So I think people, when they look at, for example, if you look at a wonton, it looks
Yeah.
very similar to maybe a ravioli or a pasta.
Yeah.
But pasta skin is very different because it's a lot thicker, so it can actually hold the filling without it seeping through,
Yeah.
and it can stay fresh. For dumplings, the wrapper's very thin. So if you leave it in the fridge for overnight, the filling will seep through the skin. It will have soggy bottoms.
Okay.
And no one wants soggy
No,
bottoms. right?
so obviously for the quality of the
Yes.
standard it reaches everybody,
Yes.
it has to be frozen.
It has to be frozen,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
also when you do steam, for example,
Yeah.
when it's frozen, the shape actually keeps, it stays better. For example, like a prawn siu mai, it's open, it's not folded, it's not closed, so when you steam it and it's pre-frozen,
Yeah.
it actually holds the shape better.
Okay.
And of
Because
course,
you do all the handy tips, don't you? I love that.
yes,
Of how,
yeah.
you know, which other dumpling that you've chosen, you try to guide people of whether to steam, fry, or
Yes, so
Yeah.
there are certain dumplings, for example, the wontons I would say to boil. Purely, you can cook it, you know, you can steam it, you can pan fry it, and you can deep fry it even,
Yeah.
or you can boil it. But for me, I think the best way to enjoy wontons, and the most traditional way, is to boil the wontons. The skin then stays moist, it's perfectly cooked, just right. With wontons, it's really funny. I always say, like my parents always told me, you know, pop it in boiling water, as soon as it floats, it's ready to
That's
eat,
done.
and that's done. It's so simple. And again, it's something that I've grown up with, having in the freezer. You can just pop it out any time of the day.
It's great.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've got them at home. Not just whenever I'm feeling peckish. Like on your website says, you can eat them for breakfast, lunch, or dinner.
Yeah.
So they're great any time of day. Website, Mama Chen's. You've got an Instagram page.
Yes.
Tell us where we can find you.
Yes, you can find us on www.mamachen's.co.uk, or you can @Mama Chen's Dumplings on Instagram. So please do follow us, and you can also find us on Facebook. So
Cater to East London and Essex at the moment.
yes.
Are you looking to go a little bit further out?
Yes, I again, by popular demands, I think,
Yeah.
people have been messaging me on Instagram, and I've got my work phone, so everyone's saying, do you deliver to so-and-so and so? And I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry I don't. But I feel like it's something that people want and need. So I'm definitely working on launching that very soon. And maybe when you're watching this, it will be available.
Would have launched already.
Yeah.
Well, on to the question I always ask. Mental health is wealth. How do you, Michelle, Mama Chen, relax? How do you have a self-care routine? What is it that you do that makes you feel that you might do weekly or even daily? What do you do to keep yourself at zen?
Yes. Definitely trying to run a small business.
Yeah.
And launch a small business, as well as working a 9-to-5 job, has not been easy at all. And you've been there.
Of course.
You've seen very stressed out, Michelle. But it's really rewarding, and it's what makes me happy. So that's a good thing. And I would say, for anyone who wants to start a business, it's to do something that you really love.
Yes.
Because there will be tears, and there will be, you know, the not so pretty side of things. But if you love it, you'll get over it, and the rewards would feel so much, you know.
I mean, this is the whole point of this podcast, is just to tell people stories.
Yeah.
And obviously, I know the passion that you have in this business is something that comes so natural to you. Everybody loves your food. You present it well.
You give me so many compliments.
I can't help it. It's just the truth. It really is the truth. Yeah, it's just you've done so well, and I'm just so proud of you for how far you've come so far. It's just amazing what you've accomplished, as well as having your 9 to 5. It's just, you know, like you said, it's the whole point is having an inspiring story, and you are just that in a nutshell. So, well done to you. Don't start crying on camera now. This is not one of those times. Not yet. But yeah, to go back to self-care, what is it that you actually do to keep yourself
I feel like I've worked out 2 sort of probably
routines?
two routines of the way I kind of relax. First of all, I know that if I'm working my 9 to 5 and I finish work, say 5, 6, then I jump into dumpling business. There are times I could be making dumplings till 12 o'clock at night, and then I would go straight to bed. I find that doesn't work. So what I try to do now is to make sure I finish at a time where I can still allow myself to have an hour, you know, minimum, to kind of wind down.
Do you have some sort of schedule that you follow, or is it kind of as and when? I mean, you know, every week your deliveries are weekly, right?
Yes, so we do a collection service on a Friday and deliveries on a Saturday. But what I usually do is by Sunday I will try to give myself that day off. I don't have a schedule. But I do it weekly.
Try to stick to
like
for the week.
Definitely give myself some time off. And try to switch off. So
and also I've been meditating recently. Which has definitely helped so much. Just a step away from it all. I mean, no matter how much we love something, we still need to love ourselves.
And that's why I asked this question, because it's so important to stay focused on, yes, you've got a goal, yes, you want to achieve things, great, but look after yourself so you can look after others as well and get everything done. So
of course,
more. And of course, I live in an area which I'm very lucky, where there's a lot of woodlands and parks, so I can go out for walks. But I think meditation has definitely helped a huge amount.
So this is the part of the show that I love. It is the grateful shout out section. So so far, obviously you've had a lot of support, but is there anyone in particular that you would like to thank?
Well, first of all, I would like to thank my boyfriend. Without him, I wouldn't have started this business. He was the one who really pushed me, almost like, you know, this is what you want to do and this is your passion, and I'll support you. So definitely, thank you. And also, another person I'd like to thank is my dear friend, who also runs a very, very amazing, wonderful small business, which you should all check out. She's designed these for me, my branding. And it's amazing. Coco Lulu Design. You can find her on Instagram. She has a website too. So yeah, without her, again, you know, helping me along every step of the way, I wouldn't have been able to.
And they're amazing. The branding's great.
I know. I've had so many compliments.
It's great. It's so professional.
Amazing.
I love it.
And of course, my grandma, my pawpaw. Without her, again, I wouldn't have started this. Mama Chen. Chen is her surname. So this is completely, you know, to pay homage to her. And I hope
that.
Yeah, I hope that she, you know, her name can live on forever in the business.
Do you have any future plans? Obviously you cater to Essex and East London at the moment. Any extra dumplings on the menu? Is there anything that you've...
Ideally, I would like to broaden the range of the flavours of dumplings that we currently offer. So we currently offer probably, I think, 5 in total. So we will hope to expand that very soon. And also recently, I've launched a dumpling kit. So the idea behind it is to be able to share the experience of making your own dumplings, preparing it, folding it. You know, me growing up doing it with my parents was wonderful, so it's something great to do as a family with your children, or, you know, parties,
gatherings.
Yes, when things are normal. Again, have a few cocktails on a Friday, some music, and have a dumpling party and make and cook your own dumplings.
Wonderful.
So yeah, so hopefully it's only currently one flavour, which is a pork dumpling. So hopefully we can create a vegetarian option, and also other flavours as well.
World is your oyster. Yay! Thank you. Thanks, Michelle.
Thanks, Michelle. These dumplings were Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow and comment. Live, love and laugh. And be good. Thank you. See you on the next show.